Alright, I'm gonna jump right into episode 2 to... Oh, what the fuck? I'm using GZ Doom to make this look nicer, but mainly because my stupid ass deleted all my footage and then nuked the recycling bin. Because this is GZ Doom, there's a lot of enhancements like free aim and being able to jump, as well as blood splatters on walls if you shoot a demon near one. I do want to play this game close to the original, so I don't have free aim and won't be taking advantage of many things here. I'll kill everything and still die because I want to be stupid. I will say that while making this video, I got a bunch of footage and then later needed more, so if you see the HUD change at some point or notice me jumping, it's because I kept messing with various settings and I don't know what the hell each clip is what. I have heard that last room in the first episode was just kind of shorthand for Doom Guy fighting through the next episode, so this isn't him dying and going to hell, but instead a preview of what's next, basically a teaser as part of the level. In the Doom novel, which names the protagonist Flynn Taggart, he goes through a portal, but it only transfers him alone, mirroring starting the next episode with no weapons. But he's also naked and has to get new clothes. Whatever you go with, there's demons to kill. Episode 2, The Shores of Hell, takes place in the Lost Demo space. This level's pretty easy. It's really just a straight shot down some hallways, but there are a couple secrets. Right away you'll notice there's a lot more corrupted architecture. Episode 1 had some of this, but this place is significantly more hellish. Standing in the cross actually hurts, and beyond is a couple more zombies and a blue key. Through the teleporter you started in front of is a hallway that wraps around the room that had the blue key. There's a shotgun on an evil Dorito that hurts to stand on. Past the imps and zombies is a little bridge and 2 squares you can stand on. The bridge and the square with armor both lower, the one with the health pack doesn't. Hit this button and now you got another button. But also, another button. In here is some goodies along with a red key, and now you can go back to the room with the blue key to find a new teleporter. Say hello to the Cacodemon. Yeah. Because I'm playing on Ultraviolence, I get to see a Cacodemon in this stage. Even if this one wasn't here, there is one later. Cacodemons are big fat fucking floating tomatoes that shoot ball lightning at you and bite you when you get close to them. They also have a 50% pain chance, so any automatic weapon will stun them bad. At the back of this room is a plasma rifle if you want to test that out. The plasma rifle is pretty cool. It kills shit good unless they're far away because it's not hit scan. Back on track is a room with a bunch of pinkies up on a wall. This left button will take you to another hall with goodies. The other will lower the wall. The red key isn't necessary to complete the level, so seeing the door right here should tip off the player to go looking for it. In here are a couple shotgunners and pinkies, as well as blue armor and the map. Then the blue key door that leads to a teleporter. A button for some stairs to get to a button for another teleporter, and then the last room with another caco. Done.
Oh, black baby!
By the way, the name of that level is Deimos Anomaly. Like, Phobos Anomaly. Containment area is bad for me because there's a berserk pack near the beginning, but at the start is a shotgun if you died and lost all your stuff. This stage, in my mind, is that level with a bunch of boxes I punch imps to death in. Use your map if you can't get through the box maze. You should get to a stone room with pillars eventually. This leads to a staircase that takes you to the more corrupted parts of this level. All the way to the right is a blue armor. All the way to the left are these things. I don't know what they're meant to represent, maybe pistons, but the first one has a hidden hallway. The rest don't, but there is stuff behind them. There's a lot to get through in this stage, so I'll show off some highlights. If you walk to the right and went to the side before the blue armor area, you'll find a spot with a secret plasma rifle. If you didn't pick either of those paths, you'll come across these crushers. There's a hidden room in here with a chainsaw. Picking it up lets out some lost souls. You would have seen a lost soul in the first stage if I was on the 2 easiest difficulty levels here. Lost souls are flaming skulls that dart towards you as their only form of attack. They don't make an alert sound, but they still growl when wandering around. The manual simply says they're dumb, tough, and fly. Dumb is an understatement. A lot of times they're in groups, and when they charge, they'll fucking hit each other. This results in 2 lost souls suddenly floating up really fast to fight. What's great is that they have a 100% pain chance. Fucking pussy. Fuck you. Blue key, and there's a soul sphere in the wall triggered by standing on this triangle in the corner. It only works once, so if you don't dart for it, you won't get a second chance. Behind the blue door, a red key. The red key is all you need to finish the level. But there's still a lot of stuff to do and collect. Like this one big box that you can lower and find shells. Earlier when I got the Berserk, I walked past this door. I didn't go into it because inside is a door that requires a yellow key. That key is by the piston things and is across a pool of blood that hurts. Follow the ceiling. In that yellow key room is a chain gun on a pillar and 3 pinkies. The yellow key opens more than just this door. Like this other door you can find if you hug the left wall all the way to the end. Walking in here teases you with a backpack and then opens up a bunch of walls with monsters. Also a rocket launcher. Up the staircase and 2 right turns is whatever the hell this is. The blue hurts, so you have to dart across quick if you want all the items. If you go all the way to the end, there's a backpack and an ass beating. It's like that hallway fight in Old Boy, but I'm on. There's actually a computer area map in here that I never found before, so I went back and re-recorded this. I have never played Deltarune and probably never will. The only other thing I can think of that's interesting is this tunnel to punish you for falling in. There's also a lost soul if you're going for 100% kills. You know what? And I never noticed there wasn't a single former human in here. When one of my friends first saw this stage, he thought that the music glitched because it's the results screen music. Back to blasting people because the Berserk is gone and... I don't think I've ever used this thing. There's a small window right here at the beginning that's actually showing the end of the stage. Behind the Cacodemon cage, there's a partial invisibility and you have 2 ways to go through. I'll go this way. Oh yeah, that's why there's a radiation too. Free shotgun, don't need it. 2 right turns, fuck this room. Next room has the blue key and more Berserk bait. If I instead went the other way, there's whatever the fuck this shape is and a pinky. But better than that, there's another plasma rifle. Ding. To the left of the shotgun is this room with a super armor and a door that takes you to where that other path was. This wall opens up and there's a backpack and a pool of slime. In the SNES port, this level has a couple secrets that aren't in the original game. Next up is the meat lifts. The fuck? The blue door is here with a bunch of nerds ready to kill me. Partial invisibility really only helps me with the lost souls, and they're all in this dark hallway full of pillars. Holy. I know this looks bad, but once I get out I can get this radiation suit and a soul sphere off to the side. Just so you know, there's nothing else hidden in these pools. After beating the shit out of this raspberry, I can finally end the level. Get the fuck out of my way. You start in a small room with a teleporter directly in front of you. Holy shit, a secret. Through the teleporter is a huge room with a lift behind this. Armor and an area map along with 2 health packs if you're dying. But how do you get them? I know how to get them, but I don't care about how the fuck it works. There's these 2 little pillars on both sides of the room. One with a skull, one without. I usually just move around the pillar and jam use. Okay, I looked it up. You just have to walk really close to it. Onto the next part of the level is a structure surrounded by nukage. Just walking by this earlier woke up some enemies here. If you're quick enough, you can run in here before this closes. For now, I'll keep going through the hallway in the main path. Going straight leads to a bear in a hell. There's a lift in here that leads to some crushers. I completely forgot there's a blue key up here until I watched my gameplay to type stuff out. If you want to, you can get the Baron up the lift and have it get squashed by the crushers up there. Past the crushers is a cacodemon. Around the next corner is another cacodemon and 2 lost souls.
Sexy lady.
Either way you fall, you'll have to walk through some slime. That door that closed before I could get in there can be reopened over here. Just beat the shit out of everyone in here, and hit the switch at the back. The middle is a crusher that's activated by walking under it, but for some reason, if you were to shoot this screen, the floor will raise and close it off. I have no idea why that happens or what the purpose of it is. Chain gun, partial invisibility. You can do this whenever. If you ran around that building surrounded by sludge, a wall opens up back here. A shit ton of pinkies, but also a soul sphere, some health bonuses, and another radiation suit. Through the blue door is a red room with a yellow key under a crusher. Also a baron and some shotgunners.
Fuck you.
Getting enemies to walk under crushers is fun, but I always get a little annoyed when their items get destroyed. I don't even need the extra ammo, I just hate seeing a shotgun go to waste. This last part can go many different ways. This is what I do. Go left until you see this opening and open the middle door. Walking in opens 2 doors, both with a pinky and a cacodemon. After this, jump off into the lava here and you can open this wall. Forget about this way, and you get some items. You'll get closed in, but you can open a wall where you can beat up a bunch of lost souls and there's some rockets. Last thing I get is the mega armor surrounded by barrels across this lava pool. Out of this room and to the left again is a gap in the floor. Behind this wall, a plasma rifle. But now is where shit gets real, because the only way out of here is a teleporter that puts you in the center of a room full of demons. Earlier, I walked by this lift that takes you into the room. You can take this route, but it's not very different since every enemy basically wakes up at the same time, and you can't really wander enough to change the fight in any significant way. If you went the other way, your goal would have been to go up to this point, so you would have hit these buttons to raise the stairs to the middle. Then you walk onto this square that I teleported onto to lower a wall to the end of the stage. I guess it is better to take the teleporter instead of fighting everything to go up the stairs, but I still have to kill everything since there's 2 barons and 3 cacodemons down there. This is kind of funny. The final area leads to a pool of blood separating you from the exit. To get to it, you hit a button, pop back into the last room for a second, and now you can cross. Walking into the exit room raises another chunk of bridge to get the soul sphere, and done.
Fuck you.
This is the most corrupted stage so far. Vines on the walls, a lot of wood and marble. This wall that fucking hurts to stand in front of. Up above are some pinkies in this room that make me wonder what this place was like before it got destroyed. This small room looking down at the door you're starting in makes it feel like this was some kind of security thing. As in, people arriving had to be checked, and this up here has to see everything around, I guess. It'd be cool to see all these levels redone to show how the demo space looked like before disappearing. Somebody's got to have made that, right? This room is symmetrical and has 2 imp closets, each with boxes of shells. There are stairs on either side leading up, and there's a door here, but also a big fight outside. Before I go out there, these guys are blind if you open the door and then stand outside the other door.
Hey man, how's it going?
The smaller enemies ended up walking in while I dicked around. What I really want in here is the berserk so I can go outside and beat bitches. Walking towards the Baron cube drops 2 barons on you, and the pits on both sides have cacodemons. If you were to walk off into the 2 pits, there's some lifts to get you back up. One just takes you to a hall with enemies and some goodies before leading back to a previous area. The other puts you in a hall that then connects to the rest of the level. This doesn't look like it was made by humans on the space station. The next hall leads to this. Directly ahead is the rest of the stage. I'll be back to this place later. On one side of this hall, a small room that loops back out to the door next to it with partial invisibility. The other two doors also loop back through this vine-covered walkway. In the middle is a door with a switch that I had no idea what the fuck did until I looked it up for this video. This shit right here, I guess this dude's face is so fucking ugly it hurts. I didn't get everything in that marble room, so before I forget, because I'm stupid, I'm gonna open this door and... This button makes these stairs come up, but I'm not gonna go in there yet because this is actually the secret exit. Going back to what I think would be the average person's route, I bring my fist to a shotgun fight. Oh yeah, I've been here before. Let's go the other way then. You go up a staircase that conveniently goes around a square, and then when you get to the top, you hear a door open. This room is a dead end and full of zombie men, but there are items, and I can take out a bear and I would have had a fight later. Alright, let me go into the next... What the fuck? This room feels like I'm in the back of a church where they keep the spare chairs. There's a radiation suit in here. That would be relevant in a second. Up another set of stairs is another room of zombies, but with lost souls.
As if you could handle even a fraction of my power.
Lost a bit of health, but I'm still alright. The final area before the exit has a mega armor. I handled this pretty bad. There are 2 cacodemons on both sides here, and this bastard landed a bite on me. Getting the mega armor reveals a bunch of pinkies, and again I fuck up, so with 5% health there was no way I was making it back. Well, you know where the end is now. Let me talk about the shit back there. In the middle of that staircase I walked up is a small room, and earlier you heard it open. You can use the radiation suit to go through this hall. There's a clip in front of a misaligned texture, and walking in front of it opens. For some reason there's a Baron in here trapped in a cage like that one fucking thwomp in Mario Kart 64. And here is a plasma rifle, but first, a shitload of enemies. I got my ass beat by the cacodemon in here for being stupid again. Finally, the secret exit. Fortress of Mystery isn't really a stage, it's more of a bonus room. It's basically top secret area from Super Mario World, but with enemies. This is the entire level. I like to get the Barons and Cacodemons to fight each other, but I've died a stupid amount of times dicking around when I really should have been recording shit.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
Anyway, in some ports of Doom, they replaced the final level of Episode 3 with this one, and they rename it to use the original name of the final level. So this isn't labeled Fortress of Mystery. If you're wondering why that is, it's because many ports don't actually have either of the boss monsters. So there's a lot of level shuffling, and a couple of them have some unique levels, but it kinda sucks that your last level is this fucking thing.
Bruh.
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 Halls of the Damned is a pretty spooky level with many cramped areas full of demons. Your first task is getting out of this room. It's pretty fucking early to give me the bad ideas box, but yeah, sure, whatever. They want to make sure you got health before making you run on the poison floor, but it's okay because they put a bunch of health down on the way too. Hit the switch and you can now actually get into the damned halls. The exit is right here, but requires all 3 keys to reach. This entrance and all these little tunnels make it feel like this place was pretty important. Running in and going to the left is a blue key. Walking towards it lets out some pinkies. Grabbing the key lets out even more with a couple imps. This next part I wing it. Here's a button. Then you go down the hall into the wooden maze. There are useful items in here like a backpack and super armor, but at some point I walk over something and let out a cacodemon and then some pinkies and a baron. After clearing out all that, I go into this tech room or something to take the light goggles. I want these to get to that door I walked by earlier. I don't know how many fuckers are in here, I just kill until I can only hear the music. Wandering around will lead to you opening monster closets, but you should have enough ammo for you to kill everything. They even give you another fucking plasma rifle. They really want you to have one. If that's not enough, there's health too. Anyway, the red key is in here, and another... Anyway, the red key is in here, and after another beating, I can leave. The final key isn't hard to get, but there is a bunch of bullshit you'll walk into if you don't know where to go. Out here, at the end of the hall, are these 2 doors. Both take you to the same place, but the first one has less enemies. At the end is a door with this sign, so I guess people shouldn't be in here or something. Anyway, this takes you to a room with a bunch of doors. Behind this one sits the key and also a bunch of enemies. That's it, you can run to the exit. Walking back out has you getting jumped by 4 monster closets full of imps and lost souls. I'm not done though because I want to get more shit out of this level. Every other room in here is a trap. You get jumped again for getting these goodies. This one has the ceiling squasher if you stand in front of the door, so you have to rush in. Finally, this one. The exit. I like rushing in here to get the soul sphere. You do get a map from this if you need it. Back to the exit is one final trap. Another one of these closets with the Baron and Pinkies. Spawning Vats is a huge fucking level and was apparently the first level started for Doom. You can go to the left or to the right, but first, you're getting jumped. You can see some big tanks, I guess, down a hall, and an invulnerability. Does exactly what you think it does. Protection from all damage for a limited amount of time. 30 seconds. I saved this one for later. They're really throwing the big bastards at you a lot more often now. Off to the right is a dark room with some goodies. Armor, the last plasma rifle of this episode, and a door with a chainsaw. Not grabbing the invulnerability is a bit of a pain in the ass because you need to hug the damn wall. This is basically the last stage with any man-made architecture. After this, it's all hell. I'll be back to check this little room out, but first, the exit's right here. But you can't reach it, and the next door sends you into this tech base area. The strip of blue hurts, right? Oh shit, there's a yellow key up, but it's not for us to get yet. I'm really only in here so I don't have to fight my way out later. After killing everything, let's go check out that room I walked by earlier. These might be the vats the stage is named after, or maybe those tanks earlier. I don't have the Doom novels though, I'd love to read them. I've been double checking my shit from all kinds of sources. The wiki at Doom Wiki mentions in the Doom novel the spawning vats are described as having the ability to cook a new monster with artificially made flesh and bone. Anyway, this one has a hall with a teleporter. Behind the teleporter is a rocket launcher, and through it are more pinkies. Careful not to take damage from the floor because the teleporter itself is safe. But the rest of this small cave thing hurts to step on. Let's go back to that starting room to take the other path. This door has a mega armor and 3 goobers guarding it. Past that is a room that will remind you of containment area, but much more open. Walking down these stairs makes a wall raise that traps you in, but I don't care. In here is an invulnerability and a berserk right in front of it. You can leave now, so let's go to the next room. An outdoor area where there's bodies hanging from the sky. It looks cool, I guess, but I don't think it was intentional to have. Blue key's out here, but so is this button. Fuck you guys. Right next to where I walked in from is this set of stairs. Take out the imps and hit the switch for a partial invisibility and a computer map. With the blue key, I can open that wooden door from earlier. I always forget what opens this on the map, but you'll see later. Behind the blue key door is a chain gun, and to the left is the yellow key. Up the other staircase is a switch, but before hitting it, I'm gonna get shot for being a dumbass. Also a backpack. I don't know what that switch did, to be honest with you. Going back down, I'm gonna beat the shit out of stuff until I find the red key. Alright, I found it. It's in this thing. With the red key, I can finally, fuck you, leave. But remember that invincibility I saved. I use it to walk into the room. You know, I never thought about it, but watching myself play, I'm a fucking idiot. I use that thing for a damaging floor, and I don't even use it for more than like 5 seconds. This switch opens the room I saw on the map. You get a soul sphere. Sorry, force of habit. The Tower of Babel is a really simple level, but I like everything about it. This stage is named after a biblical story. The Tower of Babel was a giant tower that was built to reach heaven.
And then they said, "Go, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the whole face of the earth. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do." You've got to keep in mind, at this point in the Bible, we just got past original sin, we just got past the Nephilim, and God is like, really, already? Like, this is, you guys are already on some new bullshit? Like, that's literally, I mean, when you read it, that's what it says.
Suddenly, all of humanity did not understand each other, but the main thing is that everyone got together to build something to physically go to heaven. This stage is the original's exact opposite, since this one was completed, takes you to its destination, and gets you to hell. If you paid attention while playing, you'd see that the tower has been under construction this entire episode. I want to know why Fortress of Mystery looks like the tower. I guess it makes sense that the stage was so small, since it looks like the tower on the map, and this is also a small level. You start out in a small room with a mega armor. The pillar in the center has 4 buttons. On the walls are Barons of Hell to let you know that they were pussy shit and now you're getting your ass beat. Each button raises a set of stairs, and walking up the stairs opens up the wall in front of it. Behind 2 of them are a soul sphere and boxes of rockets. One is nothing but rockets, and another has a rocket launcher. The stage is a huge arena surrounded by pillars that you can use for cover. What you're taking cover from is this. The Cyber Demon. A giant demon with a mechanical leg and arm. I wonder how much of it is electronics because he has these things on his hand, and all these cables have to be connected to something internally. His arm shoots rockets in bursts of 3. The fight with the Cyber Demon is pretty simple nowadays, and whenever fans make their own levels, they make fighting him more interesting by using the Cyber Demon as a rocket turret or having other monsters around. For the time though, I feel like the simple fight here is because Doom was something people had to learn. I mean, the first boss fight in the game was 2 Barons. It kind of feels like they were hesitant to throw people to the wolves at this point. Because I'm on Ultraviolence, I get to fight the Cyber Demon with Lost Souls all throughout the stage. Depending on your luck, they won't get in your way, or you'll shoot a rocket and have it blow up 2 inches in front of your face because one of these fuckers happened to charge at you from the left. To me, the most annoying thing that can happen is one of these fuckers gets too close to me while trying to dodge a rocket, and suddenly I can't move to the side. The Cyber Demon is immune to splash damage, meaning that the only thing hurting him if you decide to rocket duel him is the impact of the rockets, which is anywhere from 20 to 160 damage. The Cyber Demon has 4000 HP, so it takes a couple boxes to take it down. And you know that shoot at it until it dies picture? It's not a real scan, it's a goof on GamePro. The only way you'd know is if you notice the scorch marks on the wall. Once the Cyber Demon is defeated, you get the next piece of story. Although you've taken out the Cyber Demon Lord, you still don't know where you are. You look off the side of the moon and see that Deimos floats above Hell itself. You never heard of anyone making it out of Hell, but you'll make the bastards sorry they ever heard of you. You rappel down to the surface of Hell. Time for the final episode of the original Doom. If you're wondering what the hell you're looking at, this is the moon. That's Deimos. It's not a sphere. It's also way smaller than our moon, and it's named after Deimos, the ancient Greek god and personification of dread and terror.
And I say to you, my brothers and sisters, hell is a deep, dark, foul-smelling prison of the damned, filled with fire and brimstone, lost souls and demons. And how do you escape this eternal damnation? You blast the nasty pink demon right into their beating little eyes.
The first level of this episode is simple as fuck. You start in this flesh hole, hit an eye, and pop up in a flesh plane with dead trees and some imps. Behind the door that needs to be opened by this fucking switch next to it for some reason are two cacodemons. Let them out to play with the imps and run in towards this bridge with a shotgun. But be careful because the damn thing starts falling in. This wall is fake, by the way, there's shells up here. Also imps. Behind this door is another tomato and a couple turds, so make them fight each other. Or don't. In this door is a pinky-sized hallway. It's fun to sometimes run in here and try to clear it before the imps get in and try to hit you from behind. At the end of this hall is a room with a couple items and some shells. Open this door with a shitload of imps behind it and open this wall for a rocket launcher. That's it, end of the level. This entire stage is one big open area with a couple caves. I guess this behind you implies you walk down these tall ass rock stairs. First thing you should do is kill this shotgunner and hug the right wall. It'll lead you to this area with some zombiemen, pinkies, and lost souls. Get past them so you can walk over the little lava pool. This will lower the wall in front of it and you can get yourself a chain gun. The little pools of water and dead trees in this stage sort of justify the name. A slough is a swampy area. I guess this is what a swamp looks like in Hell. If you were to work your way back, you can get a green armor, and if you hug the wall from the start to the left instead, you'll encounter a cacodemon guarding some shells. From here, I hug the wall still to find this section with pinkies. Around this wall is a specter guarding my precious. This straightaway has goodies and enemies on both sides. After that, I wander around wondering what fucking cacodemon I woke up. I accidentally walked into this platform which lowers the wall in front of you to reveal a shitload of lost souls. Fuck these guys. They were guarding the blue key door. To the right from here is a— holy shit! I forgot, I never fixed the damn map in GZ Doom settings. Anyway, I haven't mentioned it yet, but anybody that's played this game knows this stage is that one fucking level in the shape of a hand. The chain gun was in the thumb. The blue key door is on the ring finger. Let's go to the pointer. For some reason, there are 6 shotgunners here set up like an amusement park attraction. After killing them, stepping on the red triangle on the floor lowers the platforms they're on. I don't know why it's covered in the first place. Shooting the shotgunner seems to make the pillar get out of the way. Some pinkies and floating fucks are further in, and getting up this step closes the wall so you can't leave. Apparently the switch at the end of the finger opens it, along with the wall the switch is on. But if the wall isn't fully down, you can soft lock yourself in here. Never happened to me though. The middle finger has another caco in front of it, but I'd like you to look at the map real quick because this rock is an arrow pointing at another rock. Open it for a plasma rifle. The pinky holds the blue key, but walking towards it lowers the big rock you walked by to get here, revealing 3 cacodemons and a pillar with a switch. Pay no attention to the floating leg. The switch opens the rest of the pinky. Inside are more pinkies, but fuzzy. A computer area map sits here along with some ammo. Use the map to find those alcoves you didn't get into yet. And this one is a rocket launcher. I still haven't gotten to the middle finger, so let's go there next. Walking in makes this rock open with more ammo and specters. There's a lost soul around each of these corners, and once you get to the point where you see pinkies, a wall opens up behind you with 3 lost souls. The end of the middle finger has an arrow on the floor pointing at one of the switches. This counts as a secret for some reason. Hit the switch the arrow is pointing at and you get a soul sphere. Hit the other and you open the booger. That's not a joke, John said so.
I like the claw hand.
Oh yeah.
There was supposed to be a claw hand with a booger on the end.
Yeah.
There's a couple specters in here, a box of rockets, and 2 health packs for some fucking reason. Unless you come back for them, you can't get them since you just grabbed the soul sphere. After this you can leave because that's everything. That blue key is all that's needed to exit the stage. Also, I like that there's a single 10 bullet clip behind the exit teleporter. You have to walk around it to grab it. Actually, you know what?
Get a move on! So there's a monster in the way, so what? What are you, dog or chicken? That's all. Excuse me. Yahoo!
Pandemonium is like a giant castle. It's named after the building created by the angels that fell from heaven into hell, from Paradise Lost. Pandemonium roughly translates from Greek to all demons. Besides the zombiemen, every normal Doom enemy that isn't a boss monster is here. The paintings of Pandemonium by John Martin look pretty neat, and I wonder if this structure representing it was inspired by his paintings. Can't really say the same about the actual stage, as in early versions, this level was part of the base on Taitanga. Even without this knowledge, the start of the level kind of gives that away. I mean, look at these windows. Do demons perform background checks? Life was much simpler before 9/11.
Hit it real quick.
Oh, there you go.
Screw you, faggot, or something.
Alright, from the start you have a pinky right in front of you. From here, you got 3 paths around you. You're definitely meant to go forward first, but I usually go to the right first. Take care of the imps and don't rush into the next hall because the specter is hiding in the first shadow to the left. If you look inside its hiding spot, there's some health and bullets. Also hiding in these shadows is this, a room with some lost souls, then pinkies, and then this evil ass room. If you go to the right over the lava, you can get not just this berserk, but also a backpack armor and a rocket launcher. Past this is a pit that reminded me to turn on infinitely tall shit because otherwise I can land on this asshole. If I went the other way, I could have hit this switch to lift this up, but it doesn't do anything because I already did. Back to the main level, this pool of acid seems useless, but around the corner is a chain gun. The flesh pillar room has a Baron of Hell in it. It's usually a bad idea to go for 2 punches against a Baron, but somehow this fucking happened. After this, holy fuck a leg. Peeking out this window is a view of where the chain gun was. Behind this door is where this path connects to the rest, so let's go back to the beginning. The reason I said that you're intended to walk up the stairs first is because there's a shotgun up here. Hit this button, and this pillar will move to reveal it. On the sides are these staircases with a bunch of stuff. Each side can take you into those little rooms you could see into from the start. The one on the left takes you to the one with a little bit of ammo, but this isn't the only thing up the stairs. There's this over here. But I'll have to come back to this because that's another part of the level. Over on the other side is a couple more demons, but after figuring out where the fuck I am, the blue key is here. I haven't mentioned this, but keys in hell are skulls instead of the futuristic tech cards. Nothing major, but a neat detail. After getting the blue key, stand in front of the switch and hit it. Now you can get a mega armor, but to fuck with you, the floor hurts. After that, you can leave. Now I'm gonna go to the last path to the left. There are a lot of demons throughout here, but also some hidden goodies. I don't know why the fuck the walls are spinning. This door is the one from earlier I turned around at. I'm gonna start a shit show now because it's fun. This room has a bunch of imps in it, but also the blue key door is in here, with a bunch of imps behind it too. Walking onto this podium lowers this wall, and walking up to the other wall lowers it and lets out some pinkies. Behind the wall on the right is a computer area map, and where did that fucking Baron go? Get your ass in here.
Your omnipotence, have mercy!
That's the end right there. But again, I'm not done. The room with the Baron has this thing right here. Go down to get an invincibility. Probably could have used that for the mosh pit, but it's fine. Wait a minute. I forgot about this mega armor up here. I'm using the invulnerability for that place I skipped earlier. Kill the single shotgunner and a lost soul, and now you can pick up the beautiful BFG 9000. That's all for this level. Again, the level starts with a pinky right in front of you, but also a rocket launcher so you can blow yourself up. Go to the right and take out all the pinkies. Use the barrels, have fun. Open this wall and get a shotgun and ammo. Across from this room is a room with a skinny walkway and a bunch of cackles playing security guard. Behind this wall are more pinkies, but there's also a teleporter and a door. Behind the door is Primo Bait. Go through the teleporter and you'll get jumped by 2 specters. If you run into a teleporter and someone's on the other side, you automatically kill them. This is called telefragging. Anytime I try to telefrag anything, I can't, but when I don't try to, there's a guy right fucking there. After the fuzzies are taken care of, you can look through a peephole to see a shitload of angry pinkies and a single lost soul. This would have been a good time to use the BFG, but punching is just as fun. From here, the main level is up the stairs in front of the start. There's a bunch of enemies out here, and I usually like using the barrels to blow people up, but I'll use the BFG because fuck it. The BFG's projectile hurts, but what makes it do way more damage are the tracers that hit anyone you're facing once the ball lands on anything. They shoot out of the gun itself, but you need to have shot in the same direction you're looking at, so you can't just shoot behind you and then stare at someone else. 40 of these things pop out, and you can concentrate them if you close the distance between you and your target. In this gross fleshy outdoors are these giant floating pillars that smash shit. Under one, an invulnerability and health bonuses. Under the other, a chain gun and a bunch of health. The switches on the other side raise the holes, but the thing is that if the pillars start moving and the floors are raised as they move, they might stop before making it to the point where you can grab them and get out. Just walk straight down the middle and hit the switches. The one on the right opens the way to the next section of this level. Alright, this next part is a bit of a shitstorm. From this view up here, you can see the next set of rooms. You go through this, with some imps and demons. If you decide to look out these windows, to pick up this stim pack, the wall behind you opens up to let out some shotgunners and more demons. Walk further and there are more pinkies and more demons, a bunch of lost souls, and a baron guarding a key. I already have Berserk and there's an invulnerability right there.
Welcome back to Ben Raps. When I get angry, I bust the caps. Lock function on my keyboard. Shit cartoons, I got a whore. I'm so smart, look out these saps. Little Pinkie Pie, Carlin's crap. Ami, Yumi are in my lap. Hey baby, could you suck on that?
I can still hear growling, but don't worry, I'll fuck that guy up later. That little bubble with shotgunners just has some shells. Next to it is this. The door on the right is cool. The other is supposed to be a trap, so I'm gonna be the bigger man and kill him before he can spook me. After that is the next path with a door requiring a blue key. As far as I know, you don't need to go this way, but I want the items in blood, so we're going over here. Around the corner here is a cacodemon. You can't pick up barrels, but you can punch them at enemies, and I always do that to this guy. The next door has more cacos and demons. Door after that, I'm nuking. One thing that isn't accurate to the original is that GZ Doom lets you be invisible to enemies instead of just messing with their aim. You can kinda see that here. This wall I opened with the pinkies is a secret. The small door over here is filled with lava and a single lost soul. Jump into the hole, get a BFG. The big door reveals what I think is supposed to look like a bunch of imps praying. Also an angry specter. Hitting U's on the pentagram gets you into a fight with a baron and 2 pinkies, but fuck them because there's a soul sphere in here as well. Why do I still hear growling? This next part is weird. You got a red floor that hurts, a water floor, and I think crossing this counts as a trigger too. There are 2 doors here, and you have to walk across these different squares to open both doors. This part right here is pretty simple. You have 2 pillars with 4 switches each. The left pillar works with the left side and the right one with the right side. On each one, 2 switches open the doors. The other 2 close them. From the side you walk in from, hit the one facing you and the one to the left. There's another invulnerability in here and a window to alert these assholes. Leave the green ball alone for now. There's a yellow skull key in front of the pinky closet. The other side has this closet with a lost soul and a pinky. Nothing in here is important, the other side is where you use the yellow key. But take care of the zombies first. Opening the yellow key door reveals another key, but red. Alright, this next part is why I saved the green ball. See, this next part has a hall of enemies, and then the floor starts to hurt, so they added a bunch of health packs. But I want to keep my bonus health, so fuck that. The Baron here has a backpack behind him, and at the end is a second cacodemon. My main task is taking the Baron out, and then I kill the others here. Invulnerability only lasts 30 seconds, so once I'm on the other side of this, I don't go back. The switch here pops open a door behind, and I always try to look around this thing to see if I can even see a little bit of the demon behind it. Go down here and open this wall. And that's the end. You know, I've never gotten all the secrets in this stage, so seeing a fucking radiation suit in the wall before the fucking damaging floor kind of pissed me off because it seems so damn obvious that they would do that. This massive stage is known as that one with the teleport puzzle. You start in front of 4 entrances. I start on the left because the last time I played I found this secret. Oh my... I'm not doing that. Bunch of imps behind this. This stage is going to be a bitch to talk about, so I'll just try to simplify it. The 4 doors can all lead to each other. The 2 middle ones go to the same place. The main thing you'll be doing in this stage is dealing with this. This center area has 4 rooms. There are a lot of teleporters that take you to the center. What you're trying to do is find the teleporters that open these doors because one of them has a key in it. I like clearing shit out, so give me a second. Okay, the first one is basically given to you. There's a couple things of use out here. Some ammo, a shotgun, and some health. While there are a bunch of teleporters out here, only one of them actually gets you out of here because the rest take you back to the center. The way you're supposed to tell is by looking for the one that's flashing, but I have light amplification goggles, so I can't do that. I now know it's the one with pentagrams and not these fucking triangles. You get teleported to this room with a bunch of pinkies, a partial invincibility, and... Right here you can hear the door out there opening because the teleporter being used isn't the trigger. It's walking at it from this side. Well, that one didn't have the key. The other side doesn't do anything, so I'm going to this shit I saw earlier. Walk through this scanner thing to open the wall. Partial invisibility with Lost Souls is kind of fun if there are other demons around because they dart all over the place and get into fights. In this room are 4 crushers with switches under them. You don't need to get into them to hit the switches, you can just get close to the switch. The gaps in the walls have some items, but the switches open up some walls in them for even more items. In the back are a chain gun and a blue key, which, if you want, can take you to the exit right away. When you leave, a Baron is right next to you. There's a teleporter in that last room, but it takes you back here. Over this way is another wall that opens after walking over another thing. This floor hurts, so as soon as you run in, dart to the right and open this wall in between these 2 blue demon head things. The teleporter in here opens the room with the yellow key. There's actually another room over here with an imp and some ammo. Now, where do you use that key? You see that crap up there that sort of looks like letters? Okay, hit use on the wall to the right of it. I don't know why the fuck that's there. Let's go to the final room with the blue key. You can open this thing and get into another fight with a bunch of teleported in enemies, only now it's harder because you can't back up very far. They put an imp in here to provoke you to wake the others up. There's also a BFG in here and a bunch of ammo.
Shoobus ma whoopus!
Around these are some hiding cacodemons. Oh. Probably could have been done a little smarter, but I can get some dumb use out of it in here. It's just a pinky room with a soul sphere and a plasma gun. Alright, that's it. This level is really open and is like a bunch of islands of stuff thrown everywhere. You just run around from landmark to landmark blasting shit. It's like a carnival with attractions everywhere. There is a Mount Erebus in real life in Antarctica. It's a volcano. Alright, where to next? How about this nice wall of skulls? Entering makes some walls lower. Next carnival attraction. This thing. Walk in, ignore the suffering man, and directly ahead, another armor. From here you can get a plasma rifle, and also open up the Cacodemon box. The other side has shotgun shells. Speaking of, I should use it more. You know what, let's get this. Oh shit, what the fuck? Screw this. Wonder what happens here. Yep. Don't mind if I do. Here's the box. Walk in, get jumped. I don't think he can get me. Fuck you. Alright, here's the pit with water. I'm gonna fall in here to quickly get back to that one house I didn't walk in earlier.
I absolve you of your sins. You have been forgiven.
After clearing this place out, you can open the walls with candles in front of them to reveal cells and a teleporter. I guess I ran in here too quick because the door didn't close. The teleporter takes you to the top of whatever that building in the water was. Oh fuck. There's a chainsaw here. Across from the chainsaw is a teleporter that takes you inside that long-ass fire blue building. Shitload of enemies and the blue key. Hit the switch on the other side to get out, and more fucking tomatoes. I opened this at some point. Take your bonus 100 health, and to the right is the exit, which required the blue key. Let's go to the... Damn, having to explain this all is making me blank out on a bunch of crap. Okay, here's the secret exit. According to John Romero, you're supposed to use an invulnerability, line up with the wall, and blast yourself backwards with a rocket while running off. I have never used the invulnerability because I'm lazy. The secret level is named Warrens, and I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. When I hear Warren, I think of those holes rabbits go into, and I don't even know if that's right. Looking it up, I see the rabbit thing, but a densely populated or labyrinthian building or district. The secret level looks like this. Kinda funny it's the same level, but when you get to the second to last room, where's my fucking rocket launcher? This looks a little familiar. The rocket launcher isn't gone, it's on the other side of this arena. So Soul Sphere and Invulnerability, Partial Invisibility, go fucking ham. After being a bully, there is nowhere to go but back. Every room basically has something open up to let out more enemies, but there's a shitload of power-ups too, so who cares. One of the funnier things in this stage is a secret that doesn't count as a secret. Once you make it back to the beginning, go back to that bridge that goes down and go around the side that takes you back if you fell off. There's a radiation suit and a BFG in here, and this doesn't count towards the secret tally. Outside now has a red key switch, and there's a hall over here. Oh. What the fuck? Why did you wake up? Okay, the red skull key will make a Baron pop up. Getting the cell ammo will make 3 more appear. But there's also a soul sphere, so who cares? I think it's funny they put this behind the switch that closes the door because switches can be hit from any height, including under the floor. At least I think it's under there. Anyway, every fucking time I play this level, I accidentally shut the door and leave. The penultimate stage of this episode is Gate to Limbo. Looking at the map, it is simply Limbo, but the intermission screen calls it Gate to Limbo. I like to think that because Tower of Babel was a corrupted version of the actual biblical tower, this too is some sort of sick joke. In Dante's Inferno, Limbo is the first circle of hell, and it's kind of the consolation prize for life. The way Dante wrote it, imagine when you died, you woke up, and it's just Earth again. Like, you died on the hospital bed, only to then wake up to your alarm, and you gotta go to work and do the same things you did in life again. But now with the guarantee that you will forever live on away from God. There's a lot more, but all this to say that I think Dante's the reason this stage has its name. The very beginning of the stage has some shotgunners right in front of you, so if you got here with like 12 health, you're probably gonna die instantly. There are also some pinkies running around out here, but after walking out, a door opens up behind the starting point, letting out 2 cacos. There's a backpack in the little room they popped out of. There are a lot of pinkies just wandering around, so don't get memed. Going this way has a lot to offer, you just have to open it first. There's this big rounded thing and a little hall over here with some armor pickups. Walking through it opens up another hall full of demons. Take them out and inside is a mega armor. From here, walk this way and there's the blue key. I don't know why the floor to it lowers. It's so fucking small I don't think you'd ever really take damage from it unless you tried to. Next to this, a small alcove and a switch across it. Next to that, another switch. This one opens that round structure from earlier. I don't know what the hell the other one did. If you need health, take the soul berry, but there's also a rocket launcher. Now back to that starting area. The other side has 2 doors that required that blue skull key. This one has this big ass lift thing with a baron. Hit this button to raise a bridge to this door you can't open yet. The other door has a bridge to an underground maze. When you make it across, the bridge lowers so you can't make it back, but you can at least get out with these stairs. The maze has a few enemies in it, and the floor is blood that hurts. The maze isn't too hard to figure out, but make sure to use your map once you figure it out because there are some dead ends. Also, don't abuse the suits, they'll save your ass. You can find a BFG in here, but what you're really looking for is this. The red key is what's needed for the main puzzle you'll be doing. I haven't mentioned it yet, but there are these little towers all around this level. They all require the red skull key, and each do one thing to help open the exit. Now the reason I mentioned not to abuse the suits is because getting to these is gonna hurt. They're all surrounded by the blood. I know a lot of people don't like this stage because of the switch hunt. Honestly, I think the only thing I'd change is the amount of monsters. This place is pretty empty, but that's one of the things I associate with this place. It's such a lonely level that it sticks out. You kill every enemy pretty early, and for the rest of the time, you're kinda just platforming. I'm not gonna go over the entire puzzle, but I will mention this one is the last one to get to because it just takes you to the exit. More importantly is that they hid cells on the corners here. The other thing I want to mention is this fucking part with the yellow key you get during the switch hunt. I never remember that there's a fucking switch that connects these two because I always run across. Then I see it and have the same thought I always do. Oh yeah, I didn't have to run across that. You don't even have to run across to get this shit here either, but I always fucking forget. Once you hit everything, get the hell out of here. The final level of the original release of Doom is Dis. Dis is also from Dante's Inferno. In the story, it's a city with the river Styx surrounding it. In the context of the game, I'd say the stage simply takes place within the city, so somewhere within the last 4 circles of hell. Heresy, violence, fraud, or treachery. It ain't frozen, so this ain't treachery, and we're not in tunnels, so it's not fraud. I'm gonna go with violence. Like Tower of Babel, this stage is just an arena with ammo, and a boss monster. Here you fight the Spider Demon, also known as the Spider Mastermind. While in many ways inferior to the Cyber Demon, this fucker doesn't shoot flying projectiles. It has a giant chain gun and can snipe you from really goddamn far. Works more like an auto shotgun, really. Sounds like it too. The Spider Demon also does not take splash damage, just like the Cyber Demon, so that's nice. What I like to do is run around all over the place and get the other demons to start wailing on them. I've had a couple times where the demons were actually able to win because they got close enough to make the Spider Demon unable to move and just beat the shit out of it. In the middle of the stage is this small structure with a mega armor and a plasma rifle. I know I can kill it easy with the BFG, I don't give a shit, I want to fight it. Once it's down, the level ends with the end screen text explaining that you enter a hidden doorway. This takes you back to Earth. You wonder what's been happening on Earth while you were battling evil unleashed. It's good that no Hellspawn could have come through that door with you. I want to talk about the music like I did in the first Doom video. Episode 2 starts off with I Sawed the Demons. Perfect song to get you back into the game. It just sounds fun and cool. Containment Area has the demons from Adrian's pen. It fits the stage well because of how easy it is to get lost. It's mysterious and sinister, which goes well with this episode's theme of corrupted man-made buildings. Also, this track is named after artist Adrian Carmack. You get it? The demons from Adrian's pen because he drew them. Refinery just reuses the intermission music. Because this plays during the level, this is probably the only time you'll hear the second part. The music again sounds fun, kinda doing what I mentioned episode 1 did, a lively fun track and then the next one shoots that down. Deimos Slab has this shit playing. Fucking awesome. I love how haunting it sounds. What is the singing? Is this what it sounds like when demons sing? The longer it goes, the more warped it sounds. When you first start, you might not have even heard the strings and then you hear the voice. Unrelated, the SNES port has a really good version of this track. No voice, but what is that high-pitched twinkle sound in the background? It somehow makes it creepier to me. Demons on the Prey plays in Command Center. This track also played in E1M7, and from here got its "where the fuck do I go" reputation. I already said what I thought of it in the first video, some real doomsday shit. The secret level, Fortress of Mystery, has Untitled playing. I always thought it sounded kinda pissed off. More bullshit, the song. Halls of the Damned has Sinister playing. This is John Romero's favorite track and it sounds tired, pissed off, and miserable. It's as if your legs are barely able to keep going. You still have a mile to walk, but you know you can make it. Spawning Vats has Waltz of the Demons. This song comes off as if it's taunting you, not trying to creep you out, but more like it's happily welcoming you to your death. The Tower of Babel plays Nobody Told Me About Id. It goes great with the Cyber Demon fight. Overall, the music in episode 2 isn't super hardcore. I like the boomer metal, but the music that makes me think about how much it must suck to walk through halls of dead bodies is what keeps me going. Episode 3 reuses the most amount of music. E3M1 Hellkeep plays Untitled, but this stage is what I think of whenever I hear the song. E3M2 Slew of Despair plays Donna to the Rescue, another song I really like. Again, sounds like more bullshit. It's also named after Donna Jackson, the office manager. She would apparently give all the guys coffee as they worked late into the night.
Holy.
E3M3 Pandemonium plays Deep Into the Code, another song that sounds like it's trying to keep high spirits. E3M4 House of Payne reuses Sign of Evil. I know the stage has a lot of memorable areas, but the most impactful for me is this shit. Just a bunch of dead bodies being displayed with this song playing. E3M5 Unholy Cathedral has Demons on the Prey again. Where the fuck do I go? E3M6 Mount Erebus is my favorite stage in the entire game and the music is a part of it. This stage is open as fuck and has a lot of crap going on all over the place. I like playing into it. On the Hunt sounds like a really serious name, but the whole thing sounds so full of panic. I love it and I'd probably flip my shit if I opened my eyes and saw all this crap around me. E3M9 Warrens plays Hiding the Secrets, which plays only in secret levels. It plays in E1M9, E3M9, and then later on E4M9. It sounds like a challenge, the kind that asks you who the fuck do you think you are, and then you slam your nuts on the table so hard you break it and go, that's who the fuck I think I am. Limbo has Waltz of the Demons. The final stage track is Facing the Spider. In the first boss stage, you get a pretty sad song. The second, you get a song that sounds like you're tired, but know you need to go out there and fight. This song sounds like you're ready to kill. I like the song, which is why I don't like running in and just shooting the fucker dead in 2 hits. I want to torment motherfuckers with this shit playing full blast in the background.